evening, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you live from the outskirts of the internet. This is the Gaming Saloon from March 20th, 2015. With your host, Spacebreaker2448, and Ramp It Epsilon.
And I seriously hope that XSplit didn't break and everything's working fine because it gave me the whole crash thing, yet XSplit's still up and encoding frames.
Yeah, what I forgot to do.
Change the dashboard.
Yep. Oops.
Oh, Lord.
I'm being terrible.
Nope, you're just doing what I did Monday.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what to call this episode? Yeah.
You know what I just thought about? That also means that the site's not updated. Oh, God.
Yeah, we're being terrible right now.
We're batting 1,000.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's updated there. Yeah, we're super professional this week. Super.
I think the only stream that we've done correctly has been SWTOR this week.
And SWTOR is just us fucking playing SWTOR. I just hit the button and we go.
Because I honestly think, weren't we not only did I forget the dashboard Monday, but weren't we also late Monday?
Yes, but that was due to update issues. Or
Yeah.
just the normal updating of Payday 2. Because Payday 2 takes forever to fucking day to update.
So that was one of those, it's like, yep.
Well, there's the title. Hey, you can switch over to while we talk about whatever the hell we've been playing these last couple weeks. I've not played that much.
Truthfully, outside of the stuff that I've been recording, I ain't either.
Like, I've gotten back into XCOM. I've been playing. I restarted Long War for me. So I've been playing XCOM Enemy Within the Long War, or XCOM the Long War, however the hell you want to call it. Because it's technically a mod for Enemy Within. But I've restarted that. Not hitting any too many issues. I've had some missions where like people die, but I've restarted and I've been able to handle it easily. Fire Emblem decided that Chapter 8 is going to be my nightmare chapter right now.
Was it that bad?
I've already had to restart the actual combat twice because I've had a person die twice already. 2 different people, mind you. Granted, it's not the person I thought would die. I'm fully expecting Mai to die during my recordings of Chapter 8, but yeah, I've been running into problems for Chapter 8 right now. Like half the episode's recorded essentially because I have everything recorded to when we actually start the combat. But the problem is starting the fucking combat. I expect a little like delisted side episode of the various dialogue in the fucking convoy because that's important for me to do for like getting items and various stuff, but I'm not about to put that into a whole fucking episode. If you want to watch that, there's the side episode. There it is, delisted, linked in the description. Other than that, you can skip it, in all honesty. It's not that important.
Well, since we're also talking about what we've been recording, I guess it would be fine for me to mention that everyone might want to check out the Dust episode next week because I hit not 1 but 2 glitches in the game. And what's bad is they're in the same spot. It's not like they were 1 at the beginning of the recording and 1 at the end. No, they were at the same spot in the recording. I hit the 1 the first time. I hit the other one the second time after I missed the one that done glitched me the first time.
I should have done up an NCAA bracket. Apparently, between yesterday when the tournament started and like what was it, an hour ago, I think, when my uncle told me, ESPN's number of perfect brackets went from 11.5 million down to 250.
Jeez.
Yeah, there was like two huge upsets yesterday that like decimated perfect brackets, and then the games today have just like decimated it, have just like cut it down. And like, if you are still in this, you either got stupid fucking lucky, or you were just picking shit at random, and you've just made it this far out of luck. Also, like I would not be surprised that like come Saturday, I'll be on TDSR saying, oh by the way, there's like no perfect brackets anymore. Because I'm sure I'll know by tomorrow if there are any. At least on ESPN's end of things. It's ridiculous hearing that number like just dwindle within a day of the tournament. So that's only like eight to 10 games I want to say that got played yesterday,
Jeez.
and that's already decimated the brackets. There's that. I want to say I played Persona 3 FES between then and now, but I don't think I have really. I got to hear Eagle Devil's thoughts on Carburetor GP, and he said the words that damns that movie to my damns that movie for me. If you like Carburetor Tyson, you'll like this movie, and I'm like, oh, good, fantastic.
Yet another one for us to all hate.
Apparently, it's got 1,001 fucking twists in it, and I'm like, oh my god. Is it actually written competently, or is it just like twisting every 5 minutes because fuck it?
Twisting every 5 minutes because reasons. You know that as well as I do.
I'm gonna wait for someone to do a full write up of the movie. Like no one's done it yet, but I want to hear a full write up of what the fuck's going on in this goddamn movie, just so I can actually have a proper opinion on it.
I'll wait till it comes out and then I'll regret every minute of watching it, but
see you in 6 months on that opinion then.
I'm fine with that. I really am. I did forget to mention something that I've been playing.
What?
And it's actually something that I put out a review earlier this week of. Super Mario 3D World.
Ooh.
That game, I like it. It's one of those that I can't just... It's not... It kind of feels weird because it's not as challenging as old Mario's, but it's still in that kind of a style, so I'm fine with it. But yeah, old school Mario is a lot more challenging. But it is fun, and yeah, the cat suit and the Tanuki suit are OP as fuck.
I could definitely see the cat suit. Tanuki suit I'm surprised about, but cat suit, considering how much bullshit you could probably pull off with that, yeah.
Well, the Tanuki suit, if you can get up high, you could glide your way through a lot of it.
I would like to see a speedrun of Super Mario 3D World. I think there is one.
I'd say there would be. I bet, though, the stars wouldn't be the major focus.
There's probably just like an 80% run of it. Like no one's done like 100% all stars run.
Because I know you have to have so much of the stars.
Yeah.
But there's probably enough of them that are easy to get to that you wouldn't have to divert off the path.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hell, I think most of the ones I've got, I'm missing a star. And I think I'm either on the last world or on the world before the last one. I can't remember right offhand. You do realize you could have just made a new tweet, right?
I know. I was being lazy about it.
Oh, God.
I was being super lazy about it. Anyway. Let's talk
Oh,
about what was in the news past couple weeks.
okay. As I'm pulling tweet deck up to make a tweet because reasons.
Well,
But we can start in.
I was just gonna intro it in. Have you ever wondered what Netflix would look like on an old school gaming console? Well, somebody did it, and it's on the NES. Let's see. Netflix engineers Guy Sereno, Alex Wolf, and Green Greena Motion hacked together a semi-working version of the service for the NES during the company's Winter Hack Day. They managed to get a handful of frames from the intro to House of Cards up and playing on a unmodified NES. Some assembly required. Carino tweeted. There's also a very limited browsing interface. However, since the feed is showing a handful of unreleased Netflix originals like Adam Sandler's in production Ridiculous 6 and Yu Wong Ping's Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon 2, it's pretty clear the NES hack is not running on live servers. I would think not, considering it's people working in house. I mean, hell, there's probably Daredevil on there. Daredevil doesn't come out till next month. Also, hype for that. Can't wait. Because I have Netflix, so I get to watch the Netflix Marvel stuff.
I have Netflix too, so.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the Daredevil stuff. It's all the stuff I've seen looks good. Hell, they released a poster that teased the fucking full costume for Daredevil. It's Matt Murdock standing in like a dark street, and it's motion. I think it's one of those motion posters. That's all the rage these days. And like on the ground in the reflection of the water, you can kind of see what the Daredevil costume looks like. Not the whole like black ninja getup. No, the actual Daredevil costume that's to come. That they have not shown a single photo of. Because they hold back on that until it actually shows up. All the props to him for doing that, but holy fuck. So I figured we'd take a look and see how the hell this is running.
Okay, let's wait.
What?
I gotta change the volume. Okay, let's do this.
Taking a look at the Netflix Hack Day video in 3, 2, 1, go.
Hi, I'm Guy.
I'm Alex.
And this is Netflix on the original Nintendo. This is an unmodified system. This has a cartridge in it, and Alex is going to show it to you. Oh, wow, it has the scrolling.
This is the scrolling.
Do we have turtles yet?
We don't have turtles.
There's no turtles.
But we do have kind of a side-scrolling
jump. Oh, yeah, it's just like Mario.
Just like Mario.
All right. Does that actually work? Can we watch House of Cards 3?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, let's do that. Oh, wow, that's...
Here you can...
I can get this recommended to me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's new, isn't it?
Well,
That
next version.
I will say that is pretty ingenious.
That's good.
We can play it.
All right. Oh. Yeah, that's it in all of its 2-bit glory.
Oh,
Oh wow!
That is something else. This is really hard to do on a 256K cart, huh? Yeah.
yeah. It looks terrible, but it is glorious nonetheless.
Oh wow!
Yeah. I'm always impressed by shit like this.
That is awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just finding real interesting ways of adapting old consoles to new stuff, whatever it may be. I don't know.
Well, I
Guess we
mean,
can move
after
on.
all, that is what Twitch Plays Pokemon turned out from.
Yeah, fucking Taskbot. Taskbot rocking fucking Twitch. Alright. Well, guess we can talk about what Game Freak's up to now. They're not up to a Pokemon game, no. Though, they're up to a side-scroller about a commando elephant that they're doing in collaboration with Sega. And this looks totally in the style of Castle Crashers.
Okay, honestly, from the video screenshot right there, I could completely see that being a Sega idea.
Yeah, but I'm like, this totally looks like something that the Castle Crusher guys did.
Yeah.
Because, like, palette and all. Let's see here.
Are they really
Tembo.
going to be able to call it that?
What, Tembo the Badass Elephant?
Yes.
Sure. I don't care. See, Tembo the Badass Elephant published, Sega announced today, and it's coming to consoles and PC this summer. 17 levels of 2D side-scrolling adventure and unique comic book style art. The game will be released on PlayStation 4, Windows, PC, and Xbox One sometime during this summer, during the drought after E3. I'm sure.
More than likely, yeah.
Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if this is like, "Hey, get this game now!" during someone's press conference. And then the usual spiel about, hey, this company did this stuff, and this stuff. Yeah. For those who don't know who Game Freak is, they're the ones behind every single Pokemon game. Like, just about every single one of them. Like, all the proper ones, I would say. So, I guess we could take a look, see how this game looks. Because I'm curious.
I
Yeah.
kind of am too.
Alright.
Buffering video. Alright. That's probably going to be loud as fuck, ain't it?
You can click the volume and turn it down.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta click the volume, then you gotta turn it down, and then click the volume again.
Yeah, because everyone knows how to make such wonderful video players. Wonderfully pieces of crap. I swear YouTube is the only one that actually did it remotely close to correct.
And they still have problems.
Yeah. That's why I said remotely close.
I swear the YouTube player breaks just randomly for no discernible reason why.
Well,
Alright.
why'd it break?
Reasons.
Oh.
Take a look at Tempo, the Badass Elephant in 3, 2, 1, go.
Sega.
Yep, it's a Sega game. Wow, he is a badass elephant. Oh god.
Wait, was that a spin dash?
No, did you see what was behind him when he was running?
What was behind him?
I want to see Phil to do it again. I won't do it again, will it? Yep.
Ah. Yeah, these games like this just make me smile because it's just like this game is about fun.
This
You're
is
just
what
an
gaming is.
Yes. It's an elephant who can butt stomp, who can spin dash, who can do all these tricks, and this is who he is.
Oh god.
But yeah, he has a spin dash. He fucking has a Sonic move. Or it's not the spin dash, it's the homing attack, isn't it? I keep calling it spin dash, but it's not that. But he has the homing attack from Sonic. He has the ground pound from Mario.
Oh,
almost
the
like it's
screenshot there
intentional.
shows it. The old body behind him.
I'll look out for it.
I will too. If it ain't
Alright.
too much, I'll probably wind up getting it and doing it.
Yep. Alright. Well, who's ready for article
thing.
bait? Or title bait? Because, yeah, if I were just to say the title, BBC working on new theme drama based on Grand Theft Auto, you think, oh, Grand Theft Auto TV series. Nope! You know what it actually is?
What?
It's a documentary about Rockstar.
Wow.
It's a 90-minute feature focusing on the people who made the game, the Hauser brothers.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of.
Fucking viewer baiting so hard
Yeah.
when it's just a documentary about the Hauser brothers and Rockstar and them making Grand Theft Auto. That's what it is. Hell, I didn't even know Rockstar was a British company until this came out. Thought they were always an LA-based company. So yeah, if you heard about that, I hate to burst your bubble, but yeah, there's your bubble burst. Uh, anything else on that? Because like I will check it out just for like historical reasons, just because hey, it'd be cool to hear the historical stuff behind Grand Theft Auto, but that it's probably not going to get that much reviews in all honesty.
Probably not.
Well, you remember way back when we were talking about Elder Scrolls Online possibly going free to play?
Yes.
Well, it's not going free to play. It's going to next best thing, pay to play.
Hmm.
And it's relaunching as what was the name it was going to relaunch as? Crap, I lost the name. I know it's not relaunching as Elder Scrolls Online.
Tamriel Unlimited.
Yes, that it's relaunching as that. And now all you have to do is buy the game and you can play it. AKA just like the Secret World right now. If you buy the Secret World on Steam, you can play it as much as you want. It's just you have to buy the DLC.
Honestly, I wouldn't have a problem with that.
No? Hell, I enjoy Secret World when I played it. I have not picked it up in quite some time, but I enjoyed it when I played it. Because I picked it up like super cheap during one of the Steam sales. Let's see. Big change coming is the Justice System. Lets the player steal from and murder basically anyone. Oh goody. It's a part of Elder Scrolls Online, but yeah. You can steal anything and kill anyone now, I guess. I guess that will lead to the Thieves Guild and the Dark Brotherhood getting put in. Yep, just buy the game. It's ditching the 13-month, $15 per month payment system. Current subscribers will be upgraded to ESO Plus accounts, which grants a number of in-game bonuses, including cosmetic and convenience items. Tembo Online has already launched as of May 17th, but a price for March.
You
Why did I
said
say
May.
May? March 17th has relaunched, but the article doesn't have a price for the game. I will check Steam as soon as Steam loads, any day now.
Next year. And in the next TGS, we're still waiting on Steam to load.
Yep. Fucking Steam has to update. God fucking hell, Steam. I swear you have to update at the most inconvenient times.
Why don't you just go to steamcommunity.com?
And think about that. I'm too used to using Steam the program, not Steam the website.
Yeah, but sometimes Steam the website loads quicker than Steam the program.
Yeah.
And it's funny because if we weren't saying it like that, it would just sound stupid.
Yep.
But because we're saying it like that, it still sounds stupid.
$60.
So, a game that's been out
Yep.
that they're re-releasing,
Yep.
they're selling for full new game price.
Yep. And $80 will get you the Imperial Edition, which I'm assuming has other stuff. But you also have to buy DLC. By DLC, I mean fucking in-game currency.
And I see that they opted into the whole on the Xbox One. You still got to have a gold membership.
Well, that's because Microsoft like has to push Xbox Live somehow.
That was what used to piss me off with freaking Phantasy Star Universe online. You know, I was right. Universe online was PC one that I tried
Tommy,
because it was you got to pay the subscription and then you guys still have gold. It's like
hang on, Tommy.
thanks. What?
Do you have the video queued up?
I can
I was about to say, queue up the video and then look.
just at the queued up screen
Yeah.
that has a video.
That's the Twitch player. Guess what? This trailer's not from from the ESO people. I don't know who this is from, but he's got a whole bunch of Elder Scrolls Online videos. Sean Brunel? I don't know who the hell this is.
You know, GameSpot, you kind of fucked up hard on that one, and you're a big gaming company. Oh, what the fuck?
We are watching the trailer that got screen capped from Twitch. This is a first. Thank you, GameSpot. Thank you for giving us a first. Because I'll be honest, I've done stuff like this before for my own personal use. Not to upload to YouTube for a fucking major website to go, oh, well, we need the trailer for the article. Okay, boom, done.
You know what's bad?
What?
I would have expected this if this was something that was E3 coverage.
Uh-huh.
Because, yeah, I could see that. There's
But
not
it's
an
smart.
official release yet, so let's go ahead and get anything up so that we've got the video for it. But it's like,
It's March.
yeah.
It's March.
There's nothing major right now.
No.
What the
Like
hell?
the big major, I think the only major thing that happened that people are flipping the fuck out about is apparently Kojima's leaving Konami after Metal Gear Solid 5 comes out. I guess. Like they came out and like Kojima came out today and said, "Hey, I'm with Metal Gear Solid 5 through to the end," but nothing else was really said from the article I read. Apparently, so it doesn't really debunk what we heard, but it doesn't confirm what we heard. That's why it's not in the list of articles, but I'm just gonna wait for the to actually develop, and then we'll talk about it later. Let's watch this trailer of a trailer.
Hold on a second.
Oh
I had to set things up.
I cannot believe this is a fucking capture of a fucking Twitch stream. Their Twitch stream. No, it's their Twitch stream as it aired live. Because that's not a VOD. That is the Twitch stream.
Yeah, because it don't have the timer.
Yeah, and, well, I was supposed to say, like, there's the source button. And I'm like, yeah, that only exists on the Twitch stream, not on the VODs. Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
I've lost a little respect for GameStop. Or GameSpot. Granted, I didn't have that much respect for GameSpot to begin with, but...
Oh god.
They were a gaming website. That was about as far as my respect went. But I'm like, alright, let's get this underway. I guess. Taking a look at the Elder Scrolls Online Tamriel Unlimited launch trailer in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh my god.
I can't believe that.
I can't believe it either. This is hilarious. So this is gonna be one of those trailers that tells us dick fucking all.
Probably.
Ah, fuck it. Okay, 6 major content updates. Veteran Dungeons. Continuing the story. Yay! Veteran Adventuring Zone. Dragon Star Arena. Oh, okay. So a whole bunch of dungeons and challenges and stuff. Oh, so they put in. Oh, okay, but okay. So a lot of updates all around. I'm guessing ESO did not go over well in its first year.
Undoubtedly not.
Because this is like improvements to fucking. This is like Final Fantasy 14 levels of. Alright, we're just like rebooting everything apparently. So I think Final Fantasy 14 went under the same type of like rebuilding after it got thrashed by people at launch.
Of course, I have. I have no problems with bashing companies when they do stuff like that simply because how much you want to bet that it wasn't beta tested at all?
Oh, Final Fantasy 14? Probably not.
So that's their own fault.
Yeah, but I give credit for Square Enix for stepping up and going, we are making a better game, and they did, and I applaud them for it because I think Final Fantasy 14 is like has a stable fan base now.
I mean that's one of those that I'm like I have no problems giving you hell because did you beta test it? If the answer to that's no, you deserve it. I'm sorry, especially when you're dealing with MMOs. You've got to test it.
Yeah, SWTOR was in beta. Hell, I was at the beta for SWTOR.
I mean, that's one of those, if you don't test it, you're going to have problems.
Oh.
And problems is going to be an understatement.
Yeah, so maybe ESO will end up for the better after this like huge relaunch.
Maybe.
Maybe. Wouldn't be surprised if like in 3 months we find out that ESO is shutting down for good, and I'm like, aw, all that work for nothing. Oh well. Alright. Shall we talk about something far better?
I guess we shall.
Alright, we got some news about Project Ukulele coming from former Rare developers. We got some screenshots and we got confirmation that Ukulele's coming to Kickstarter. And I think next month. Let's see here. I want to say it was next month. To find where they said it. Pre-Kickstarter, Kickstarter campaign, price, continued. We don't want to force tears or stretch goals on fans. We'd love to hear if people would like to voice characters, if people want to have early access to game, perhaps. And this is just a pipe dream. If we can have a boxed N64 copy of the game to really play off the game's nostalgic feel. So it's about finding out what people want from us from the Kickstarter campaign and then creating it with that in mind. So what they're saying is, what do you want as stretch goals? What do you want as incentives? We're totally up for doing boxed in 64 copies of this game if possible. I assume, it will be the game. It's just the box will be in the style of N64. That would be cool. Not gonna lie. See, they're developing on Unity. They possibly want to do Wii U as a platform for this. I'm just kind of skimming through for any other important information.
Honestly, I kind of hope they do. Because if this is going to have that Banjo-Kazooie feel, that's where it needs to be. In all seriousness. Because once Rare wound up under Microsoft's thumb, that's where a lot of the good platformers kind of disappeared too.
Yeah, they made a joke about Halo 5 being taken as a name that they wanted to name the game as. I would love for them to steal Halo. I would love for them to like steal Halo 5. Just being like, oh, by the way, the name's called Halo 5. It has nothing to do with Halo. They said they could possibly do the game comfortably on 400,000. I want to say that's pounds. Believe that's the pound symbol. Boop.
I don't know. I think it might be.
It's the pound or the euro. One of the two. That's pretty much it outside of the screenshots we got. And the screenshots we got look beautiful.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. They look really good. I'm excited for this. Getting not just one, but two old school 3D platformers. One that hopefully will come out this year. Yay! I get to relive my nostalgia a bit right there. Yeah, the screenshots look good. I'm excited to see what the former Rare devs are going to say they're going to do with Project UA. I forgot who it was, but somebody was like really pissed off about this from a major gaming website. I want to say it was Destructoid, but I'm not sure. Like he was talking about how they brought up Collectathon and how they're the company that drove the 3D platformer to death, which they didn't. 3D platformers just kind of went poof for no real reason, in all honesty. Because 3D platformers still existed on the PlayStation consoles like long after Rare. It's called Ratchet and Clank, Jack and Dexter, and Sly Cooper.
Yeah, but
they were the...
You think about it, really after Rare, though, Nintendo didn't have much going for it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Sony had theirs, but really Nintendo was always the one that everyone thought about for platformers.
Yeah.
And I have to kind of think that it's because of Rare.
Yeah. Granted, we have Rare to thank for a lot of the like nostalgic memories when it comes to like some of the best stuff that came from the old Nintendo consoles. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I know, especially for me, that's the case. But Rare was one of those big companies for Nintendo back in the day. Well, speaking of Nintendo, we got the one big thing to talk about that no one really talking about.
Well, there's not much to talk about.
I got 3 articles worth of stuff here to cover everything that happened. Well,
the first one, there's not much to talk about there.
Agreed. There's not much to talk about here because guess what? We know the code name for the next Nintendo console. It's NX! Yay!
You know, NX, next.
I guess.
You know they had to do that on purpose.
Yeah.
It's like, you want a code name? Fine, we'll give you a fucking code name. Now shut up. Well, we know, you know, we know, so GG. We'll let you know when we've got something.
I believe they said something about showing it off next year, possibly. So I guess next E3 we'll see the NX, or like sometime around E3 we'll see the NX.
You know, I'm kind of wondering though if they do that next year, will that mean it'll come out next year, or will that just be the initial release of information for it?
I am gonna say initial release of info. It'll probably be like right now 2 years before we see NX on store shelves, at least.
Because I personally think the Wii U still got enough life in it.
Oh yeah,
It, in my opinion, it's easily compatible with the Xbox One and PS4,
yeah.
and it's actually got games that are only for Wii U that are actually good.
Uh-huh. Like right now, out of the next gen consoles, it's probably your best buy right now. Just saying.
Yeah,
Because guess what? There ain't dick on the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4 right now that are worth the buy. I would say there's
I'm-
not enough there.
I mean, you might get enough by the end of the year, but I don't know. Because
Yeah.
really, the only big thing I can think of out of Xbox One is going to be Halo 5.
Yeah, and Uncharted got delayed till next year. So that's
So-
like, oh well, that's out for me for PlayStation 4.
So, I mean, really, right now, I don't see where there's a big push for either one.
Yeah.
And what's bad is if Microsoft and Sony don't get off their asses and get games going, that might push the next console generation a little bit ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, there's that. I don't think there's anything else on this one. This other one, on the other hand, this is a lot more interesting. Oh, the possibilities. Working with Denna. I'm gonna call him Denna.
Dinner.
Smartphone company Nintendo and Denna will be developing smartphone games using Nintendo IPs.
Okay, before we go on to this one, this actually kind of explains why Nintendo said a while back about them not having any plans going mobile. Because maybe it was a case of they didn't feel like they should be the ones going behind it. Maybe they should have another group doing it with their IPs.
Yeah. Now, of course, someone could bring up the history of what happened last time, Phillips. Yeah, things didn't go well last time, but maybe it'll go for the better. I mean, let's look at what this company's released. Nothing I recognize. Fantastic. Mobage, Kaito Royale, Blood Brothers, Rage of Bahamut, Marvel War of Heroes. Oh, they made Transformers Legends. I think I've played that. Is that the one I have, or is that a different one? It's not on my phone at the moment.
Well, now keep in mind too, Dena is a Japanese company just like Nintendo, so there's a good bet that we probably don't know some of the stuff they've done.
I think I've heard of G.I. Joe Battleground. I'm just trying to remember, like, I've played 2 Transformers games on mobile devices. I'm trying to remember which one that is. I want to say it was Transformers Legends. That's Car Battle 1. I'm going to be slightly annoyed. That's the Car Battle 1, isn't it? It's the Card Battle 1. Fucking Christ. Why couldn't it have been the G1, like, or RTS, or not RTS, turn-based RPG? G.I. Joe Battleground, Monster Match, Goddess, Super Battle Tactics, Star Wars Galactic Defense, I think I've heard of. Yeah, I've seen that one in the news recently. Hail Marys, Cupcake Carnival, Cube Kingdom, Pirate Bash, Blood Brothers 2, Transformers Battle Tactics, and Military Masters. So, lots of stuff that I don't know what the hell is. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what any of this, so I'm in the dark. They want to avoid the whole overcharging consumers and the whole monetization bullshit that mobile games are known for. See, Nintendo will be handling planning and design for their smartphone games. Dena will handle server development, daily operations, and user analysis, since those are the company's strengths. Revenue splits varies between the titles. It will depend on the investment by both companies. Not much else really, unless you want some stock numbers or like ownership stuff.
Nah.
I'm curious to see what they could develop. I mean, I don't think they'll port anything because I believe the previous article said that they're not going to port stuff that was made for consoles. So this is going to be new games.
Which, that's a double-edged sword.
I know. Because let's be honest, it would be so easy to port like a lot of the portable titles they have in their library to
Majora's
mobile.
Mask. Hell, if they
Well,
did
they've
that, then oh my god.
Well, they've already ported Majora's Mask to the 3DS, so there's no point in porting it to mobile. But they could like easily port like the original Legend of Zelda.
Okay. Think about what you just said there. Just think about that for a second.
What, porting the original Legend of Zelda?
No.
Oh.
About the no sense in porting Majora's Mask.
Well, they've already ported it to 3DS.
Yeah, and do you not realize that porting it to mobile, they can make even more money off of the game?
Maybe.
No, not maybe. No. Too many people love that game.
True.
That's not a maybe. That's a yeah, it would happen. Although, I must say that's actually one that I've never completed. I've played it, but I've never completed it.
I've never played Legend of Zelda game.
Really?
Nope.
Oh, wow.
Closest I've come is Hyrule Warriors. That's about it. That is sad, to be honest. Because I know the adventure mode is like, if you know the original Legend of Zelda, you know where all the fucking secrets are, and I'm like, where's the guide? Because I don't know what the fuck where the fuck to look. So yeah.
Wow. I didn't realize that. So we've got
Yeah.
you that hasn't played any Zelda games.
Yep. No Zelda, no Final Fantasy until like I played 7 like a couple years ago.
And okay, we've got that with you.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got Glock that don't know what Nintendo truly has in its pocket.
Yeah.
Because
That's-
let's be honest, yes, that is out of his time, and
Yeah.
that kind of is weird to say, but he's had open access to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. For me, it more broke down to I never found interest in the Legend of Zelda games, so I never went that direction. That's just how it breaks down. Yeah. The other thing to talk about here, and I just looked at the time, and I just looked at a list of articles, and I found it, and I'm like, we're only an hour in, and we're about done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't worry, folks. Those who want longer TGS episodes, it's almost E3 time. We'll have plenty to talk about then.
Yeah, and we'll have at least 3 consecutive days of E3 discussion.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 3 consecutive days. That 4th day is just overkill at that rate.
Oh, but we always do 4.
I'm thinking of cutting down to 3 in all honesty.
I think I agree with you because, oh God.
Yeah. Well, last thing we're going to talk about, Nintendo and Dena are also collaborating on the replacement for Nintendo Club or for Club Nintendo. Its membership includes a new royalty program to replace Club Nintendo, which shut down in January. Specifics were not shared on that front. Iwata has provided an example in the past of how the royalty program will allow discounts for frequent Nintendo purchases of games on Nintendo platforms. The service will be compatible with 3DS, Wii U, PC, and all smart devices.
So
And
yeah,
the dedicated game system NX,
yeah.
as the picture says.
Basically, the
joined.
way I understand it, it's supposed to be any of Nintendo's dedicated systems, handheld systems, plus the PC, tablet, smartphone.
Yay.
This will be interesting. That's all I got to say.
I have no idea to answer that question in chat.
I didn't see the question in chat.
Is Void Ray Rush Imba or Ba? I have no idea how to answer that. Anyway, Nintendo will manage all related user data. Some data will be shared to Dena. Develop smartphone games using Nintendo IP. Yada, yada, yada. Pretty much, they're developing the replacement for Club Nintendo. It's pretty much how it breaks down. And the thing, people are passing this over in the last couple weeks.
You know why?
Because no one cares.
It's Nintendo.
Well, that's also a part of the point.
It's one of those. It's Nintendo. Do they have Halo? No. Do they have Uncharted? No. Well, no one cares about them. It's like, really? They've got Smash. Come on, seriously.
Yeah. We would have a Halo thing to talk about, but it comes out like Sunday. Because there's a countdown on Tumblr right now for a Halo thing Sunday.
Ah.
And it's a Halo 5 thing. So we'll have a Halo 5 thing to talk about in like 2 weeks.
It is about that time for all that stuff, ain't it?
It's about time for all the shit to happen because we're getting ever so closer to E3. We're like, what, 2 months away?
Yeah. We're going to be seeing a lot of Halo stuff, a lot of COD stuff.
Apparently Battlefield Hardlines went over well.
Like
the single players
there was an ad on Twitch that came up while I was trying to load it on my tablet one time, and I kind of regret not playing in the beta now. Because that looks like they did good changes to it.
Yeah. Like, the car chase mode is weak mostly because there's not, like, maps designed for it, in all honesty, I think is really the problem.
There might be more. It might just be the fact that they didn't give enough in the beta.
Yeah. Well, this is like news from the official release because Battlefield Hardline came out this week.
True.
Yeah, some maps are just too small and they just involve like running around in the circle. Some maps are too large and don't have like a lot of anti-vehicle weaponry. So
they need to find that. They need to find that sweet spot.
I just think they need to like design maps with that game mode in mind, because that just seems like the problem.
Basically, do along the lines of how Halo did with Griffball.
Yeah.
Turn it into its own thing.
Yeah. Like, it would be really cool if they just had, like, maps that were just, like, a sprint from point A to point B with this game mode. And if you died, you just spawned along the way.
I could see that.
Because I honestly think that would work. Yeah, hell, even the single player is going over well, which surprised me.
That's one of those. I got a free game rental from Redbox, and I was gonna get Hardline, except for Redbox is not too clear on which one's the single player and which one's the multiplayer, or if you need both of them for the single player, and it's like, you know what, screw it.
Yeah. Guess we can talk about releases now.
Since we kind
Lit-
of placed
blown through everything.
everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Short week this week, folks. I think this is going to be a trend for a while until E3 hits.
Probably, unless we get Glock in here and start talking about Five Nights at Freddy's.
Just talk about anything that he decides to yammer on about for like an hour.
Oh god.
Like, how long was that Mortal Kombat conversation we had last night before we got to sit down and record the show we're going to do?
Not as long as the frickin' Five Nights at Freddy's 3 discussion we had.
Yeah. Alright. Releases. We're starting off with an Android
Whoops.
game.
I hit the wrong
Let's
button.
see. Arcanauts Cards versus Castles. Yay.
I ain't heard that one.
Neither have I. Damascus Gear Operation Tokyo for Vita coming out on the 24th as well. GTA 5 coming out on PC for the on the 24th as well. Yay! PC release for all those people who want the fucking GTA 5 PC, which I may or may not be out on PC already. I gotta think about it. Wait, hang on. Let me see. I tried looking for a different list of releases, but nothing is really just like jams it all together into one list, and we don't have to click through 5 different things to get there. Okay, that says April on the wiki, so I don't know. Slender Arrival, Xbox One, PlayStation 4. I think I've seen some of the folks from that one gamer play that. I think if that's the
Probably
Slender
have
game I'm
because
thinking
it's
of.
been out on the PC for a while. I think this is just a port.
Yeah, look kind of good. Paper Dungeons on the PC on the 26th. Night Banes on the PC on the 27th. And ain't dick fucking all next week apparently. Like literally, they ain't shit next week apparently.
Well,
And like next time, there's like 2 major releases as far as I can see, but not much else. And one of them's a port, one of them's a DLC. It's pretty much as it breaks down. Oh, another thing I've been watching.
I must say both of them. Wow.
Yeah. Another thing seeing. Final Fantasy Type 0. I'm kind of curious about that game now. Like, it still has some of the stuff from when it was going to be one of the Final Fantasy 13 games, but it still works on its own. Like, it looks cool. I might put that on a list of potential pickups, like sometime in the near future.
By the way, you're going to have to tell me which image to start out with.
Start out the last one. Because we're going to talk about quick draws now.
Yeah, I can't see which order you've got them in the folder. Because I don't have access to the folder, I have access to the images.
Can you at least see the names?
Yes.
Okay, start at 48 and then go in numerical order.
Oh, great. I'm going to be clicking a lot. Okay, hold on. I know how to do this.
Stupid Google Drive.
This will take a second.
We used to do this so much easier when TeamSpeak was like, hey, you can upload stuff to the server. Then TeamSpeak decided to break on us. Stupid TeamSpeak.
I more than likely will work on getting these uploaded to the TGSN site. That way you can just direct link there. Because you didn't think about that actually, did you?
Nope. I didn't think about that. I wasn't really worried about, like, after the show. I was just worried about during the show. Because I figured I didn't have to really link them, like, after the show. Because they would be on stream.
True.
It was just during the show that someone needs linked to them.
You got a point there. I'm working on it. It'll be a second because they're all jumbled up. I can't just go in order.
Why is it all jumbled up? It's not jumbled up for me.
Because you shared the images. Apparently, Google didn't like that.
Fuck you, Google. Fucking goddamn Google Drive. I'm not experienced with the Google driving things. Apparently, you know it more than I do.
Yeah, you're not experienced with Google Drive, just Common Rider Drive.
Yes.
Was there
Which
not a
for-
47?
There was a 47. I'm trying to think of what image 47 was, because I took all these with my phone, so it automatically numeric them. See, if it's actually on here.
Because I ain't got a 47.
There doesn't need to be a 47. That's the thing.
Oh, okay. Okay then. That works for me.
So we also have to take a tour around my rooms, because technically this is 2 rooms.
Yes, and I can already say one thing.
What?
I hate you.
What, the Amiibo stuff or like
The
anything
amiibo
else?
stuff.
Okay.
And you know which amiibo I'm talking about too.
Oh, Fox, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Fox right out front and center.
Uh-huh.
So yeah.
It's like,
So for quick choice this week. So for my quick choice this week, I figured I'd give people a tour, a kind of tour of my room, and just show off some of the stuff I have around my room. So there's my Amiibo collection on the shelf. For those wondering what that photo is, that's a photo from the 45th anniversary Mustang show. That's me with my car. That's photoshopped to look like it's in front of the track when cars are on the track, when it's not. That was taken on like a cloudy day. But it's like a nice big frame picture and it looks nice. Anyway. So that's all the amiibos I have right now.
Including
thing about
the
the
most
amiibo-
recent ones.
Yes. Which was Sonic. Because my uncle picked that up for me because he's like, "Hey, my Toys R Us, I got you Sonic." I'm like, "Alright." I also have them all turned so where the bases are like I'm trying to get how to say it. It's pretty much the Smash emblem in the correct orientation to the shelf.
Yeah, I
which
noticed
makes
that.
some characters look weird, like Yoshi. But that's how the Smash emblem is on the base, and that's how I have them all turned.
It's kind of part of the reason why I left mine in the plastic backings.
Yeah. I believe that's the same way in the plastic packaging as well.
Yeah.
Moving over to the right of that, you see kind of a random shelving I have right there with 3 Transformers. That's Waspinator, Rat Trap, and Windblade from Generations, and then the big Avengers Christmas pack from 3 years ago. I have because I wanted all the Avengers, and they didn't want to do all of them in 6-inch, so fuck them. I went for the 3 3/4. That was all in one set, so I got that for Christmas. And then Glock would love this. All the freaking 2015 Bionicles.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And for those wondering, that mask on top of the Skull Spider, that actually just fits in there. Loosely, mind you, but it still fits. And I also have to, for some of those masks, the golden mask, I have Lego cars, and I have rims from those cars stuck into the masks to help them stand up, because somehow those perfectly fit. So that's how some of them are standing like they are, because otherwise they wouldn't stand, like Galia's, which is the blue gold one right there.
Yeah.
That would not be standing like that it is. Not really Kapaka's either, which is the one next to it. And then there's pretty much all my console games. They lean like that because, at least for the Xbox ones, yeah, they wouldn't stand up otherwise. Not that terribly leaning, mind you, but they require something to lean in order to stay up because I don't know. PlayStation games aren't like that way.
You've got a lot of games.
Yeah. Bear in mind, that's like that is GameCube to Wii U to like one Xbox, an original Xbox game, which is Knights of the Republic, through a whole bunch of 360 games, and then down below that's PS2 through PS3.
Jeez.
Yeah, that doesn't count like the portable games, which are on my left right now, because I have a lot of DS and PSP games. And then that is a terrible fucking picture. Good Christ! And I thought my phone would actually take good pictures. Well, there's a terrible looking picture of like 2/3 of my figure art shelf. That's like Final Form writers, and then people I need a shelf to themselves because they don't fit in anywhere else at the moment. So that's Ostajador, Osputo Terra, Forze Cosmic, Double Extreme, Wizard Infinity, Agito Shining, and Kuga Ultimate. And that's Kamen Skull, Kamen Cyclone, Kamen Joker, Birth Proto, the bonus Ankh hand that came with the Kamen Rider O's I picked up, and then the Neshko, and then a Agito's stand because I don't have Agito Renewal because they just announced it coming out in August. A whole bunch of Star Wars cars. There's like 2 American Chopper bikes up there. There's an Ezio, a Mario, and then other random stuff I have. I just put stuff wherever it's appropriate.
Or wherever you think it's appropriate.
I just put stuff wherever because I've recently redid things. Like I plan on like packing up all those like smaller chopper bikes I have that you see up there with the Transformer stuff. Like I'm packing all those up and then move around stuff. And that is a terrible flash right there. Flashing off the Cars Mustang. Yeah. That's the Mustang from Cars, the movie. Like the second movie. And that's all like a whole bunch of random assortment of Transformers Prime figures. And then there's the Kuga bike that I have sitting there because I have nowhere else to put it. Like, it's the only rider bike I have. And it's possibly the rarest rider bike I want to get.
Oh, wow.
Because everything else got released in Figure Arts. That was the only one that wasn't released in Figure Arts. Except now that the Atari Chaser is coming out. Except that's the Beat Chaser with Beat Gorham.
Oh, wow.
And then there's like 2 gold versions of American Chopper bikes up there in box because I never opened them. And they're up there. God, terrible fucking pictures. I thought my camera took better pictures than this. Also, this is like...
They're not horrible, but they're not the best either, so I mean...
Yeah. Also, there you can clearly see the dust on those 2 cars down there. Terrible, yeah.
They've only been sitting there for a while.
They've probably been sitting there for like a good couple months. So, my main figure art shelf. Just imagine there's an Agito figure standing between Kuga and Wizard right there. That's kind of the whole. Like, there's meant to be a split between the Neo Heisei guys and the Heisei guys, but there's supposed to be an Agito in here somewhere. I just don't have an Agito yet. I don't want to pick up the Agito that's out. I want the renewal, because the Agito that's out right now sucks. That is a far better picture. Like the next picture, like that is a far better picture of my actual main secondary rider figure art shelf.
You don't have a banana.
I don't have any of the other Kamen Riders yet.
Because I guess when it all boils down to it, yeah, pretty much there was multiple secondary riders, but really Baron kind of was the secondary rider.
Yeah. Like, right now my plan is I think I've said like who I'm picking up Game Figure Arts wise right now, and that's Baron Ryugen, one of the two Zangetsus. I'm not sure which at this point.
You'll probably go Shin.
I kind of want to go Shin Zangetsu because, okay, just to say this here, Full Throttle helps to redeem the suit, so it's not like just the evil Zangetsu suit.
I wouldn't necessarily say that anyhow, though.
Yeah, those more Michi.
Yeah.
Fucking dick.
Yeah.
But yeah, Baron Ryugen, Shin Zangetsu, and then the Shin trio of Nut Riders.
Oh wow.
Yeah, not Bravo, Gridden, and Kurakage. No, Bravo, Gridden, and Knuckle. And I'll be honest, I'd probably stick those three next to like Nadeshiko and Birth Proto. Just like, you go over here with the other people who don't matter. Not really, but I feel they'd be more appropriate over there. Like, Baron Ryugen and Zangetsu deserve a slot. Deserve a space on my main shelf. The only problem I have is space at the moment. Like, that's my constant problem right now with stuff is space.
I know the feeling with the amiibo stuff.
Yeah. This is more of a general thing, and I'm kind of working on, like, packing stuff up, getting stuff reorganized, like, getting to where I have, like, room to expand, room to actually place things, which is honestly my plan at the moment. Like, I'll put this, like, you see that Kuga Ultimate?
Yeah.
You do not realize how tall that one is in that shelf. I can put a fingernail in between the top of that horn and the top of that shelf, and that is about it.
Oh wow.
I have to bend, and bear in mind, those knees are slightly bent. If I didn't, he's too tall for that.
Huh.
Like, the shelf is not meant to hold these figure arts at figure arts. Agito is like almost the same case where he's just taller. Like, I don't know why Kuga and Agito, their final forms, are taller than everyone else. Like, Putotera comes the close, but he still has room to breathe. Like, I don't know what it is about those two, but they're just fucking bigger.
Was it misfiguring on scaling or something?
I would doubt it. I think it's just like, granted, I don't think the figure arts are meant to be in scale with with each other, but I guess it's just because those suits are taller. Like, they're meant to be taller. Therefore, their figures are actually taller than a lot of other figure arts. And also, like, just to put this in perspective, Tajador, Putotera, they're standing on stands. So that lifts them up a bit. Agito and Kuga, they're not standing on stands. They are legitimately that tall. There's no artificialing that either. Also, for anyone who asks why I don't have stands for everyone, it's because I got I wouldn't say Represatsu. He did labels for figure art stands with like the belt and the names of various writers, and I got those for a bunch of different characters I have. Problem is, he hasn't done everyone I have, so I don't have labels for everyone or stands for everyone because I want to have that as like my standard stand for everyone. And that's also why you have the lone stand on the shelf that there's no one there for, because I'm waiting on that Akito to come out. So yeah, that's a tour around my 2 rooms of like stuff I have that's gaming and not gaming related. I didn't take a picture of my console setup mostly because it looks like a mess. It's just a mess of consoles together. There's a lot of tape to like bundle wires together.
Isn't that what most console setups are? Especially
Yes!
if you record stuff.
Yeah, because there's like because I have the component cable for the Wii like coming out front and then going into my capture device.
I have this conglomerate mess of I don't even know what anymore.
Yeah.
Where my consoles are. It's just cords everywhere, and it's like, I don't know which one's which anymore.
Yeah, I recently like bundled a lot of cables together to kind of tighten things up and not have wires going everywhere. And my dad was like, my dad saw me doing this. Is like, could you use, you could use twisty ties for this. And I'm like, well, for some of these cords, no, because some of these cords are like the power cords
Yeah.
that I'm trying to bundle up, and like I need tape for that. So yeah, that's stuff I own. So tell me, what's your quick draw today?
Mine actually has nothing graphically to go along with it. Because I'm not doing another picture of my amiibo stuff just because I got another amiibo. Just gonna point that one out. Not to mention, I kind of want to wait till I've got my actual shelving set up for it. Because that I've had it on when I took the pictures was just temporary. But I did get a Peach amiibo. I was gonna get a Yoshi, but I went with that anyhow. It's one of those that I figure Peach and Yoshi, especially with them getting their re-releases, they're probably going to be the two that are going to come up pretty rare pretty quick. But I got that, and then I was also going to do a little bit of teasing about stuff that I have planned for YouTube, and it'll be over the next few weeks. I'll just point that one out.
Yeah, because that's a lot of things.
Yeah. But I already have a Sonic Boom demo review. I held it together through the game. If you really want to hear my opinion on it, get past where I'm playing the game. I think I bashed the game so hard that I even kind of feel bad that I did that, but
I think the best way to sum up Sonic Boom as in terms of recommendation is if you want the speed game, the unpatched version of that, buy it. If you don't bother.
not to mention the voice acting is terrible.
Oh god.
But I really don't want to get onto this because I think I ranted almost as long as I played the game.
Wow.
And it was a short video. Let's put it that way. Because I done played 1/3 of the demo. So I did the other two as a recording. Because I didn't feel like replaying it. Unfortunately, the two that I didn't do were the two short parts of the demo. There again, I ranted on that too. But that's going to be a thing. I don't know when that one's going to come out. It will be sometime next week, though. I am definitely going to do a Zombie U demo review because that game actually impressed me.
That game just disappeared off everyone's radars after the Wii U launched.
I know. I heard about it. I thought, another zombie game for the Wii U. I'm not going to hold too much for that one. But now that I've played the demo, I'm like, holy shit, that was a good game.
Yeah, that got cut. That got like Nintendo press conference time, like back when Nintendo actually did press conferences instead of the whole kind of hybrid thing that they do now with Nintendo Direct and Treehouse and just going, you know what, we're gonna cut the bullshit and just like talk about what the fuck we're actually gonna do.
I think, in all seriousness, wasn't that the last Nintendo press conference they did?
I think so.
Because I think the next year was when the Xbox One and the PS4 were being announced, and they were like, "Yeah, we're just gonna do our little Nintendo Direct."
And then the next year, I think, was last year, and that was Nintendo Direct plus Treehouse. So they were just kind of like streaming all day, just going, "Hey, here's our games. Here's like footage of it, like a whole bunch of Splatoon stuff."
But I think that might have been the last press conference that they did, which is kind of funny that now we've went this long and it's just completely dropped off of the face of everything.
Yeah.
Of course, what should have tipped me off when I went into that demo, it's an Ubisoft game.
Yeah.
I get back to the thing that I've said. I have yet to run across an Ubisoft game that I didn't like. So that's kind of one of those that, yeah. I'm sure they're out there. I just haven't ran across it.
I think Total Biscuit would disagree with you because I think Ubisoft was on his like shit list last year because of Watch Dogs and Unity.
Okay, I'll admit Watch Dogs was weak.
Yeah.
At points, but I didn't feel like it was a bad game.
No, I'd say it's at least a decent to good game that just expectations.
It was one of those that, I'll be honest, I did get bored of it, and I went ahead and sent it back to GameFly because I hadn't touched it in weeks. But I don't think I got bored of it because of the game itself. I think it was just I got bored of that style of game. Because I've never really been too big of a fan on the way Grand Theft Auto's set up, and that felt like that to me.
And Ubisoft's been using that style very liberally these past few years.
Yeah. But like I said, I don't think that was a bad game. It just wasn't the best. And that kind of gets back to that whole I've not ran across a game that I've seen Ubisoft do that was bad. I'm not going to say they were all over the top good, but they all were good. Also, in that whole list of reviews, the Zombie U demo's not going anywhere anytime soon. I mean, it'll be on the Wii U. However, I do have Destiny, so I kind of plan on at least recording stuff, and then I might do like a review over that.
Oh,
it might be one of those where I record me playing the game, and then I come back and I talk over it or something. I don't know yet.
Oh, do you want some co-op recorded footage? Because I'll plug in my Xbox and let that some bitch like explode.
If you're up for it, I wouldn't mind.
I'll probably plug it up in the next couple days. I think my nephew will bring back my copy of GTA 5 because I at least want to play like a couple of the GTA 5 heists before my Xbox is just like, nah, fuck you, I'm done. I'm gonna cook myself.
I might only have Destiny tonight though, kind of deal.
Fuck. Alright.
Yeah.
I'll probably just plug it up tonight then. Fuck it. If it burns, it burns.
It might not.
Oh.
Might not. But yeah, that's gonna be something. Obviously the Halo Hasso stuff came out today. And for anyone that watched it, they realized that I skipped past the last half of Truth and Reconciliation because I pretty much said, screw that mission. It was getting on my nerves. I will come back to that later. Like, before I go into another Halo game.
Eventually.
Yeah. But that should be swapping in and out with Dust a little more periodic now. Instead of like the whole, 2 months that I didn't do anything. And then obviously Hyrule Warriors, which I got to realizing I'm going to have a lot more videos in it than I thought. Because, yeah, reasons. But that's kind of everything that I've got going on as far as YouTube videos that I have planned and may or may not get done within the next few weeks. I say may or may not because I don't know. But anyhow, that kind of does it for mine and my rambling.
Mhm. Alright then. Guess I'll close this out. 2 weeks, what is that? April 3rd?
I think.
Yep, April 3rd.
Okay.
And we have a show April 17th. And I know, like, scheduling wise, we have a TGS before, and the week before E3, and then the TGS the week after E3. Because that's just how our scheduling worked this time.
Yeah, instead of last time where we had a full consistent 5 days of TGS.
Yes, that I think drove us all a little bit batty.
Oh god. Well, seeing as how we technically treated that TGS as a Rampant Gaming episode, not as bad.
Yeah. So yeah, 2 weeks we'll have to talk about. We might talk about the Hokujima situation if more comes out of it. Like right now, it's like a lot of rumors and not a whole lot other than that. So me personally, I'm not willing to bring rumors that much onto it unless there's like solid information behind it outside of hearsay. Because right now it's just hearsay.
Yeah.
Like I know Kojima said that Metal Gear Solid 5 is the final Metal Gear Solid game for him at least apparently. Because Konami wants to do more Metal Gear Solid games beyond that, I guess. Although considering how 5 I think thematically brings the series full circle once more. Like there's nothing else to do unless you just reboot the franchise.
True.
I don't see the point. Because I don't think I would not reboots, but like spinoffs that have done like a different Snake have not gone well, aka Metal Gear Acid. Many people here remember Metal Gear Acid. No? Okay, it's just me. I liked Acid, damn it. I liked the whole turn-based card gimmick game. I had fun with it. I enjoyed it. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Alright. Yeah, there's that. I can't think of anything else like big that's coming up.
I can't really either.
I think right now it's just this is like the next month is gonna be just the calm before the storm of nonsense is gonna be E3.
Well, you said we'd get something out of Halo 5 Sunday. So
Yeah, Halo 5.
We'll have that.
Yeah, I don't know what it will be. All I know is there's a countdown counting down to Sunday, like I think Sunday night ish. There's a bullet that says Trader on it, and it's just on Tumblr and it's Halo 5 Guardians related. And that's it. Like, it could be like something single player related, it could be one of their vid docs, it could be a trailer, it could be like a number of things I think Halo Canon brought up. Which I'm glad I found a dedicated like Halo Halo News YouTube channel that I like. That does more than just talk about the games. It talks about all the ancillary media. It's the same people who reviewed New Blood. That makes me and it made me go, I want to read New Blood now because that sounds really fucking cool to read. For those who don't know, Halo New Blood is the kind of the continuation of the ODST crew. Yeah. Apparently that turned out really good. I want to read New Blood now. Yeah, that's gonna be it. So, 2 weeks, April 3rd, tune in once more for the Gaming Saloon, as we may or may not have a longer show than an hour and a half.
Hopefully
And
we
that hour,
will.
we'll hit 2 hours at some point when this calm before the E3 storm.
Oh, if we keep rambling like this, we'll probably hit 2 hours tonight even.
Yeah. So I'm closing us out. So, for Tommy, I'm Peace. Good night, everybody. We'll see you in 2 weeks for another edition of the Gaming Saloon. Bye.
As always, you can find the Gaming Saloon on our site at tgstgsr.org or on our beta site, tgsnetwork.org. Don't forget to follow us on our social medias, on Twitter by following at tgsaloon, on Google Plus at google.com/+tgsr.org, and on YouTube at youtube.com/tgsaloon. Also, be sure to check out the annotations over on the left for some of our Let's Play stuff. I don't know what I'm throwing up there, but something will be there. Later. Wow, he is a badass elephant.